What's going on, guys? Krusty K's here from the Go Boys Network, coming with the MLB slate preview for September 12th. I got a pretty short slate on our hands here. Before we hop into it, though, remind you all you can get these odds at FanDuel Sportsbook. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into this slate. So the first one, the Colorado Rockies take on the Detroit Tigers. Ryan Feltner versus Tariq Skubal. I mean, if you're not on the Tigers here, if you're not on Tariq Skubal, then I don't really know what you're doing. I mean, we get a Rockies team who, as we all know, one of the worst offensive teams in all of baseball, striking out at an alarming rate. I mean, Skubal, they've kind of talked about him being limited in some capacity. Haven't really seen it yet. Don't expect him to have to work very hard against this Rockies lineup. I like the player performance double, 7 Ks and a win. It's right on even money right now. I think it's a great look. Think that it comes in rather easy. Feltner, I think he struggles in the spot. Skubal, I just expect him to deal against a lineup that, in my opinion, will be extremely overmatched here. Our next one, the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Cardinals. Reds yet to announce a starter. Cardinals rolling out Sonny Gray. I mean, I like Sonny Gray. I like to back him typically. So not knowing who the Reds starter is, I really don't care. I'm going to go with the Cardinals on the money line here. Sonny Gray has been way better at home this season. If you look at his splits throughout his career, it's been pretty similar. He just pitches better at home for whatever reason. K-Stuff's better. ERA is better. Pretty much every category is better. So for me here, it's really a no-brainer. I think he has a nice outing against this Reds team. This is a team that continues to underwhelm and underperform. Strikeout stuff, their K rate has dropped a bit as of late, but I really think it's more about who they face rather than them actually being better. So this feels like a spot where Sonny Gray can kind of take advantage of a lineup that hasn't seen a lot of high K guys lately. If you look at their numbers with 2 strikes, they're one of the worst 2-strike hitting teams in all baseball. Sonny Gray, if you don't know, one of the best pitchers in all baseball at striking guys out, putting guys away when they have 2 strikes. So for me here, Sonny Gray K is definitely in play. Cardinals on the money line, however you want it. I think they get this one done pretty easy. Our next one, the Oakland Athletics taking on the Houston Astros. Mitch Spence versus Framber Valdez. Yeah, this is another one. I'm not a big Framber guy, and the Astros at minus 240, definitely not a number that I love to go to. Getaway day, I'm going to take a stab on the under. It's 7.5. It's a low total, which truthfully, the 7.5, I mean, I think it's more of Framber than Mitch Spence. But these getaway days, the Astros have put out some pretty gross lineups in the past. Wouldn't be surprised if they go with one here. So I'm going to take a shot on the under. It's, like I said, it's pretty scary, but hey, maybe we get like a 5-0 Astros win or something like that, and we still end up cashing the under here. But really just think this thing goes under 7.5. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick reminder that new users can bet $5 at FanDuel on any of the bets in this video and win $150 in bonus bets if the bet wins. Now let's get back to the bets. Our next one, the Miami Marlins taking on the Washington Nationals. This is Darren McCahan, taking on Mitch Parker. So, I mean, he's made basically 2 starts since joining this team. Yeah, 2 starts since joining the Marlins. Less than 3 earned in both. Looking at the metrics, though, looking at Savant, K stuff not great. Stuff really just not really jumping off the page, truthfully. So I do expect a pretty traditional start from him here, just based off the workload I'm seeing. That being said, I like the Nationals. Typically not a team I love to back, but in this spot, Mitchell Parker, I think he just gets a team that, in particular against left-handed pitching, is just not good. This Marlins team, we've seen it time and time again, especially at this point in the season, they're just not hitting. So I think Mitchell Parker can take advantage of that. Really think he pitches well in the spot. I mean, I think that McCahan, I'm not really sure how to say that truthfully. I think he pitched relatively well too, because you get a Nationals team who, kind of that same note, really isn't hitting well either. But for me, I just think it's a spot that lines up with the Nationals at home. They pick up a win here against the Marlins team, who not really playing inspired to end the season. Our next one, the Boston Red Sox taking on the New York Yankees. Cooper Criswell versus Nestor Cortez. Super interesting matchup here. Cortez at home, obviously a guy that most people love to back. One of the most extreme home and road splits you'll probably ever see. It's pretty incredible, actually. That being said, this Red Sox team against lefties just continues to struggle throughout much of the season. Just has not been able to figure out left-handed pitching for whatever reason. And so for me here, I mean, it's a juicy price at minus 165, but I think that you can pair it with like 5Ks for Nestor, and you're going to get even money for that, and I think that's a great price. So give me Nestor Cortez 5Ks in the Yankees money line. I really think they win this game. Cooper Criswell is a guy who been a bit of a luck box for much of the season, and then he has the times where teams figure him out. This Yankees lineup is a lineup that I'm pretty confident can figure him out here, and likely going to some sort of long relief after him. This Boston, their long relief in particular, is not good. So I think Cortez pitches relatively well. Like I said, if you're going to back him, you have to back him at home. You look at his road splits, and it's unbelievable how bad he is when he's away from Yankee Stadium. So give me Nestor Cortez, 5 Ks, and a win. Our next one, the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Ryan Pepiot versus Gavin Williams. It's going to be the under for me here. I really think Gavin Williams, he's a guy I definitely don't like to back, to be honest with you. I joke that he's only good against the Tigers, but you get a Tampa Bay team here who I've talked about a few times. This lineup's just not good. They're not hitting. Really don't scare you. It's a team that you could be aggressive against. And I think Gavin Williams can find some success. On the flip side, Ryan Pepiot is a guy that I'm pretty high on, been high on him all season. Kind of been a bit of an up and down season, if you will. I had some injuries sprinkled in there, but really think he could pitch well against a Cleveland team who sees a lot of short ABs and just feels like a spot where this thing goes under. Like I said, I do think Cleveland wins the game if you want to go that route. Minus 150 on the money line, a little juicy, but definitely something that's still playable in my opinion. Ultimately, just like the under here though. I think this thing's low scoring. I think we see, Cleveland, like I said, after Gavin Williams, you're going to see the back end of that bullpen likely, and they're lights out. So even if Cleveland wins this thing 4-0, 4-1, we're still under that 7.5 number, and I feel pretty good about it.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Gold Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Gold Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Our next one, the Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. It's Kumar Rocker versus Bryce Miller. So, I mean, this is an interesting spot. Kumar Rocker is pretty close to what they want him to be at for his innings for the season. So I'm really not sure how long he's going to go here. I was trying to get like a definitive answer, trying to find something concrete. I have no clue. It makes it really hard to obviously cap this game because I don't know how long he's going to be in the game, and I hate the Rangers bullpen. That being said, I like the no runs in the first innings. I think Rocker can get through the 3 outs for us, and I like Bryce Miller. I do lean towards the Mariners, though, here, ultimately. The Mariners on the money line. Again, it's a little juicy. Probably pair it with the Yankees. Get yourself some nice plus money if you don't want to roll that PPD with Nestor. Really simple, though. Kumar Rocker's not going to go long. I can't envision him going more than 3-4 innings here, just based off of what I've been reading about the innings limit they're trying to keep him on. And that being said, the guys in the Rangers bullpen, I mean, they're not good. So, although Seattle, one of the lowest batting averages in all baseball, I just think Bryce Miller pitches well against the Texas team, who's really just underperformed the entire season. And like I said, at this point, they don't really, I don't think they care, truthfully. I mean, they're trying to make some kind of late push here. They got Scherzer back. DeGrom pitches Friday. Rocker got called up, but I don't know. For me here, it's the Mariners on the money line or pass. Likely a pass for me, truthfully, in terms of actual money getting down here. Our last one on this slate, though, like I said, short slate, is the Milwaukee Brewers taking on San Francisco Giants. Frankie Montas versus Hayden Birdsong. Oddly enough, I like Milwaukee here a lot. This Giants team just continues to strike out at a crazy rate. They're not really hitting right now. Frankie Montas, I mean, he's way beyond his prime, but he's a guy who continues to just take the ball every 5-6 days for this Brewers team and goes out there and, and gives them, 5 innings. There's something to be said for that. And so on the other side, Birdsong, I mean, his biggest issue is really command. And you're going to face a Milwaukee team who's pretty patient at the plate, definitely doesn't expand the zone. Just feels like a brutal matchup for him overall. If you've watched Birdsong, when he's on, he's really, really good. The K stuff looks great. But when he's not getting guys to swing outside of the zone, the pitches pile up, the walks pile up, and ultimately the base traffic piles up, and he gets into some trouble. So it's kind of where I see this one heading. Birdsong was really supposed to pitch today, so I talked about him a little bit in our last video, but obviously they moved him to this one. So for me here, like I said, it's the Brewers on the money line, minus 135 on the road. I'll pay that. Frankie can give us 5. Their bullpen can take care of the rest. And like I said, I think Birdsong really struggles here. That does conclude the slate, though. As I said, this one was a short one. I will give you guys my 3 best bets though. So the first one, Scoopable 7Ks in the Tigers money line. So right on even money. Number 2, we're gonna go with the under in the Tampa Bay Guardians game, under 7.5. And number 3, we'll go with the Brewers on the money line. As always, you can get all of my official plays at goldboys.com. If you have a gambling problem, dial 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you guys.